Dropped frames 0%. Audio test. 3, 2, 1. Test, test. 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 Audio test. Yeah, I did that funny little loop again. It started to like a song was coming together. Because, like, it was the 3, 2, 1, test, test, test. And then it looped back again with you grunting into the mic. And then the next loop had the phone. We should try that sometimes, making music through live streaming.
Oh god, no.
Alright. Well, here we go. Uzumaki Zombie Kunoichi. So this will be the first episode of Fanfiction.
Fanfiction.
Fanfiction, that's the M-rated version. Fanfiction
Oh god, no!
Tuesday,
No, we don't talk about that. That
the
doesn't
Electric
exist.
Boogaloo. This is going to be a episodic, not weekly format sort of thing going on here. Whenever we find a fan fiction we actually want to come back to and continue to read the chapters of, either because it was good or because it was bad
It's so
enough that we wanted to stay.
unbelievably bad.
Yeah. Well, I mean, like the other one we had last stream, which was Edo Tensei, that was just so bad we couldn't stay.
Yeah.
It
But
wasn't.
this, on the other hand, is
Yeah.
well, it's a pleasant surprise.
It wasn't bad. It was just different.
Oh.
Anyway. So you guys ready?
Yep.
Maxie?
What's up?
You
Sorry.
ready?
Give me just a moment. Save it here.
All right. Then let's get the roll.
Is everything running?
Yeah. No, everything's running fine.
Okay, you're gonna hate me then because I have. Okay, which one are we looking at?
Zombie Kunoichi.
Right. Okay. I need you to delay because I need to go take care of the dog real quick.
Delay.
I didn't realize what time it
I
was.
was just say we can just start without you. Like,
Yeah, we can just keep going.
Oh.
Or, we could tell shitty jokes or something.
well, I mean, have you started the stream?
I have started the stream. That's what the whole sound test was for, introducing the stream,
yeah.
That whole thing where I did the introductory sequence. Just.
Okay, well, I'll be back as fast as I can.
Alright.
You do that, Maxo. So how about that,
Honestly, I think we should just start reading. We're not good at vamping. Neither of us tells good jokes.
How about them sports?
You mean the thing neither of us watches?
Yeah.
Yeah, those.
Those sports teams.
Yeah, you're really bad at vamping. So am I, and I really just think like anyone who's watching is just going to leave.
Don't worry, no one will ever see these. Even if
Yeah, that's the thing our fans want to hear. Inspiring confidence.
Inspiring confidence. I don't know where you're getting that from.
I was using sarcasm again,
Ah.
which, I think you should have noticed, seeing as it's like a second language for you.
See, that's implying it's not my first language.
I thought crippling depression was your first language.
No, I'm just fluent in it.
Hmm.
Man, fuck that dog. I I ask him, "Hey Max, are you gonna be doing anything?" Checks time. No, no, I should be good. I'm doing nothing right now. Okay, then let's start the stream. Oh yeah,
Hey,
okay. Fucking. This is why I ask you. Are you doing anything? Oh no, I'm doing nothing. Okay, well then we should be able to start a stream. But fucking nope. Can't do
so
that.
we apologize to everyone out there that there is no content happening right now. Honestly, this is why we just need the splash screen for technical difficulties.
Here's your technical difficulty splash screen. Gaze upon that AK gloriousness.
I mean, that's a fantastic splash screen, but it doesn't tell people we're experiencing technical difficulties.
Then I shall put. You know what? I actually do have something I can do.
Oh God.
They get to see my amazing art history skills
Oh Lord.
as I
Is this
make.
googly eye Gara?
No, this is not going to be Googly Eye Gar. This is going to be um Sonicome. Sonicome.
Sonic. Yeah. Hey, the people watching now, you're gonna get a sneak peek at something else we're doing.
Now watch a master at work. And by master,
We can say, don't let them see how little effort we actually put into those screens.
hey man, I made a whole fucking resources page and all that fucking shit. So don't even. You can step the fuck off with that
Sure.
no effort bullshit.
I said how little. I didn't say no. There's a difference. I didn't say you did no work. I said we did very little work, good sir.
You do very little work. This is a precise process of exacting detail.
Exacting detail.
Flawless.
Oh, done already, are you?
Nope. Gotta add more layers.
Alright.
Oh, good. You're back. We were vamping with letting the fans see the splash art.
Come on, fucking add to. Oh, right. That's because
The
it's
what art?
There we go.
Oh, he's doing the next he's doing one of the video intro screens live.
Oh. That, is that gonna be our thing now?
When we need to vamp, yes. I suggested just a technical difficulty screen, but regardless, he's back. So
So I'll just finish this up then. And you can all witness my majestic methods.
God. Oh, on the bright side, Atin, now you can do this in the future too.
do what now?
Now you can do title cards too.
Heavens, no! I don't own Photoshop. You say. Besides, he already has his resource file.
I got a resource file and everything, man. I even downloaded special fonts.
Really? I didn't know you downloaded fonts.
Yep, I even downloaded fonts.
Fantastic.
Maybe we should just save what you've got. Save this beautiful masterpiece and give them what they came for. Which would be sadness. Sadness and depression, given that I'm pretty sure the only two people watching are me and Max.
Yep.
There, it's done. The masterpiece is finished.
I'm looking forward to the day that we get popular enough, I can just hand you the reins to all the social media.
Yeah. The day to when I'll be responsible for tweeting out that we were live. Look, everybody, we're doing stuff.
Here's your Snapchat. Here's your Instagram. Here's your Twitter. Here's your Vimeo, your MySpace, your Facebook.
So just to be sure, I'm not allowed to fill it with dick pics, right?
You're not
Only
allowed
if
to do
they're
that.
classy
That
dick
is...
I was going to say, what if they're other people's?
No.
Oh, that's worse. I messed up. It's a very exacting science.
No, it isn't.
I mean, he does put some time into these things.
I didn't say he didn't.
There.
Yeah, I still feel like the nose might be offensive, but at this point, we just got to double down.
No!
Did you not save?
I was saving! I was in the middle of saving! Are you fucking shitting me?
Oh, man.
My save as is up right now. Literally
can see
was
it.
about to click save.
Crash.
Are you fucking shitting me?
Oh.
That's a good start. That is a fantastic. That's a fantastic background.
God fuck. I know, right? It's amazing. It's 8K. Alright.
Can we even stream that?
That might have been what crashed it.
Now that my soul has been thoroughly ground into fucking dust. And that I've blown out my voice already.
Oh, stop being a baby.
We've all had Photoshop crash on us.
You don't even own Photoshop.
No, but I did work with it when I was in high school, and it crashed when I was saving my final project, and the file corrupted.
I can actually say I've never touched Photoshop in my life. Ever.
Aren't you special?
Am I missing out on something, having it crash in the middle of a project?
I mean, it's like a shared experience that pretty much most beings have had at this point. It's not necessarily a good thing, but it's a shared experience.
Cool.
Yeah, you know, programs like Word and Photoshop only seem to crash just as you're about to finish.
Oh, yeah. And the file always gets corrupted. Just in case you had any hope of actually finishing your work on time. All right, let's get on with this, shall we?
Yeah, why don't you start reading?
Me? They're here for your dulcet tones, but all right.
I can't
I know,
spoil them.
Sneaky's actually got the better reading voice out of the three of us.
I was going to say, it doesn't help that I'm, like, half blind and terrible at reading, but okay.
Again, I'm just here as a
Excuse
consultant.
me, sir.
What? I said I was half blind.
Excuse me, sir.
What? I am legally half blind, thank you kindly.
And so am I, so you can kindly fuck off.
What? What? No, that makes no sense. I'm also blind. It's not like you're the only blind person.
Oh my god, are you two actually having this argument on stream?
Of course we are. He's the one making me have it.
Fucking gay cactus.
Oh.
Fine. You know what? I'll do it.
No, oh god. Oh, my stream's having an aneurysm. There we go. Tamatsu smiled as Kushina rushed around her room, throwing all kinds of things into multiple boxes and suitcases. Really? Boxes? She's going on a trip and she's throwing things into boxes? Does this person not understand?
My important question here is boxes and suitcases. Storage scrolls. You're in a clan that is the epitome of stealing. Boxes and suitcases.
Maybe he's...
He raised his hand in a peace sign and closed his eye.
Okay,
Hold
peace
on.
is misspelled.
Yes, but
That's the
also...
wrong-
What, I don't understand. Like, why is he making a peace sign and closing his eyes? Is this something I'm not aware of?
Maybe it becomes more obvious a bit further down.
Maybe. Let me Would you like some help with your luggage?
Tamatsu knew it was better to ask his clanswoman than to go ahead and start taking over. The woman of the Uzumaki clan and their men had awfully short tempers when someone so much as implied they were inferior and therefore needed
Singular.
help.
But yeah,
Yes.
keep going.
His clanswomen were a pretty independent, tough bunch of gals. Kunoichi or civilian, they could punch your lights out before you even have time to think about what you've done to deserve their fury. Of this, he had first-hand experience. Kushina pointed at the various articles of clothing hanging out of a wooden dresser. "Could you put those away for me? Arigato," she exclaimed as Tamatsu bent down and started neatly folding the clothes he saw. Most of the clothes were gender neutral in both style and color, which went well with his little cousin's somewhat brash, tomboyish personality. He got up, holding the pile of folded outfits on his forearms, and then loaded them into an empty suitcase. How many fucking suitcases does she have?
Again,
Kushina...
suitcases. Ceiling clan. It's like, oh yeah, my clan's known for their anti-gravity airplanes. Alright guys, we're going on a vacation. Load up the car.
Yeah. Anyway. Kushina interrupted the brief silence with a question. "So you're absolutely sure you're a boy, Tamatsu-chan?" Tamatsu felt his shoulders drop when that oh-so-familiar chan followed his name. He didn't mind the suffix anymore and had learned to like it. But did the entire village have to assume he was fine with it? His younger cousin
when
continued.
you don't protest against it.
Yeah. Because you really, and I mean really, look like a lady, so I just want to be double sure that you're double sure. Kushina looked at him with an expression between doubt and determination. Like, does she... I understand she's probably just ribbing him, but like, really? You think someone's not sure there, kiddo?
Are you sure you're not a girl? I am sure I have a penis. Are you really sure you have a penis?
I could go with a different joke, but I'm gonna rise above and just keep reading here.
Something's rising here.
Her eyes showed her doubt over his earlier response to the same question, and the way her mouth was set in a straight line told him that Kushina would not rest until she was 100% convinced. Kushina's face softened and she leaned in towards him, covering the side of her mouth from invisible onlookers. Because all you have to do is check down there, since Kachan told me you're not supposed to have anything down there. Tamatsu felt his face redden and he slapped his hands to his cheeks in mortification. What? He squeaked girlishly, which did nothing for him. Yes, I assure you, Kachan, or Kushina-chun, that I am, in fact, a boy.
Oh boy, are we getting into that already?
Oh, fuck off. I don't believe it's necessary for me to confirm that his face felt like it was on fire. Like I'm saying, dude, just whip the dick out. Problem solved.
I mean, sure,
you
ignore the
know,
fact that she is a
you
minor
know,
even in that world. So
it is not often a problem can be solved by just whipping your dick out. This is one of those few times. Embrace it.
I was gonna say you've been given a rare opportunity that most guys are never given. The opportunity to solve a problem by whipping it out. You've betrayed us all.
I'll cut you.
Tamatsu. Kushina snickered and pointed at his face. Look at your face. You look just like a tomato, Tamatsu-chan. Titabane. I don't think I've ever seen someone that red before. Tamatsu stuttered intangibly. Intangibly?
Oh, so he's
The word you mean, my good author, is indignantly.
or
Intangibly
no,
means...
intelligibly. I think that's what he's going for.
Well, no, that'd be unintelligibly then.
So he
'Cause
fucked up
intelligibly-
really hard.
I would just say intelligibly would mean it was understandable stuttering.
That's true.
Anyway. Eventually, he just settled for pouting childishly. Stop it. I don't find your teasing amusing. You know, for someone who's supposedly such a powerful ninja, he's taking an awful lot of crap.
Well, I mean, not only is he taking a shit ton of crap, he apparently at no point in time ever corrected anyone on not to use Chan.
Yeah, like, I understand it's the clan leader's daughter, so you can't get too firm with her, but I mean, come on.
The rest of the village? Like, if you're supposedly the strongest, one of the strongest ninjas this village has to offer, I'm pretty fucking sure if you're like, hey, don't call me Chan, people wouldn't call you Chan.
Because you're one of the strongest, supposedly. Kushina just laughed, walking away. The young man watched as she attempted to close the suitcase, overflowing with buckets of paints, ninja wire, and an assortment of other oddities. Storage scrolls! Someone else's turn to read this. I read the first, couple paragraphs. Sneaky? Back? Oh, come on.
Yep. What?
Nothing. I was just like, oh, don't give me the depressed act. This is fine so far.
No, I'm just... So, I was sighing because I gotten a utility knife. And
Yeah?
on the side of the blade, it says, warning, sharp blade. With an arrow pointing towards the blade. I'm just like, really? Really?
Hey, the knife? Yes. You see this knife that you're holding in your hands? Yes, it's sharp.
Well, golly gee, no one would have ever figured that out if you didn't tell them. Fucking America.
Alright, anyway. On
Yeah.
with the show.
On with the show, indeed, sir. Where are you? Kushina-kun, let me help you? Yes.
No, did we...
Tomatsu placed his palms flat on the suitcase and used his body weight to try and close it, while Kushina sat atop it. Storage. Fucking scroll. Like,
You're
trying to do a comedy. Like, he is trying to do a
this.
comedy scene right here, and I understand that. It's the classic I'm packing everything, but the suitcase won't close scene. Which gets completely fucking undermined when they have virtually unlimited storage capacity with a fucking scroll.
I would say, not only that, and this is not a problem with the author necessarily, it's just they've chosen a gag that functions best in a visual medium.
Yeah.
Because the gag generally goes there, the person's running around the room, packing all the stuff into the suitcase. They get it all in, they slam it shut, and then 3 seconds later it springs out, spraying stuff all over them.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Damn it, Kushina cursed, wiggling atop the still open case. Why won't this stupid thing close? Ugh. Kushina slammed her bottom. What? Is she dry fucking the suitcase now?
No, she's trying to. I understand it. She's trying to slam all your weight into it.
No, she's just slamming her ass into it.
Yeah, like
I have never seen someone close something that wasn't a door with their ass.
Boy, you
I mean,
must
you
have had a
also don't
shitty
see people.
childhood to have
Or you
never
say you
seen
also
that
don't see
visual
people
gag.
comedically overstuffed suitcases in real life either.
It's meant to be a
I've never
visual
seen
gag,
that
Sneaky.
visual gag. I've seen that visual gag, but I've never seen during that visual gag someone taking their ass and just fucking it.
I don't know why that's what your mind is conjuring from this, because I'm pretty sure that's not what
Yeah.
Atin and I are getting.
I mean, I can
Jesus.
understand standing on top of the suitcase and jumping on it. That I would get, but at what angle are you somehow slamming your ass into it?
Sneaky, it's really not that hard. She's already sitting on it. So all she has to do is stand up and then just kick her feet forward.
But she didn't. He's having her continuously sit on it while she just like slams her ass into it. He's described her doing nothing else.
Yes, but you are being overly literal here, and I never thought I would be the one to say that, but you're being overly literal because the implied thing is that she's just going to let herself fall under the suitcase ass first.
There's nothing implied there, though.
There is, and apparently you're.
I'm not seeing it. All I'm seeing is she's sitting on the suitcase and now just like hopping up and down with her ass on it.
Oh my god.
You are. Just keep reading.
And glared at the red. Either that or she just smacked her ass. I'm not even sure. Because it just says she slammed her bottom. It didn't even describe where she's slamming her bottom or anything.
But no. But the regional implication, because of the way English works, is since he hasn't
described her going
English works. I'm just
saying, slammed her bottom is both very vague and poorly worded.
Yeah, but again, because of the wonderful way English works, as we were talking about last week, the implied implication is because he hasn't described her doing anything else. The implied.
Yes, because he hasn't described her doing anything else, that means she's still fucking sitting on top of the suitcase.
Just, Max, can you just keep reading so we can get past this part?
I'm just a consultant and I'm enjoying this way too much.
Fucking cheap contract work.
No, you don't understand. I have to deal with this when he and I are doing a writing session sometimes, on top of trying to keep him from looking at memes.
Dude, memes. Who knew Dark Souls could make so many memes?
On with it.
And glared at the redhead assisting her. Put some effort into it, you tomato.
That's a real great way to get people to work for you.
Yeah. Tomatsu dug his heels into the carpet and summoned chakra into his arms. Or, you could just use a storage scroll. The suitcase closed and Kushina was quick to close the latch. Yeah, that's how you do it, Tita Bane. She cheered and gave her cousin a playful shove that sent him crashing into the wall. So apparently he's a fucking lightweight?
I was gonna say, if this is supposedly a dude that looks like a lady, I could understand a lightweight. I mean,
she's fucking 6!
No, but I could understand him being a lightweight if he's supposedly feminine in appearance and if he's not expecting to get pushed.
6!
Trained ninja!
I'm trying.
Not even trained. No, she's not trained yet, Atin.
I'm still trying to nail down what her age is, to be completely honest here.
Well, before she arrived in Konoha, she was pre-academy age.
Again, are you sure you're not just trying to
Yes,
stick a
because
good...
Minato and her met in the academy. And that's where she got paired up with her teammate, Sasuke's mom. So like
She was enrolled in the academy probably at the time she actually went to Konoha.
yeah.
Boy, I wish this
So
stuff...
she's 6 to
Alright,
8
what
years
reference is
old.
this?
Which means she's not a ninja yet and can't use fucking chakra yet. So either this guy's like fucking 40 pounds or she's somehow Tsunade.
Number one, kids can be deceptively strong, and if you're not expecting to get shoved,
But
anyone can be
slammed
knocked off
into
balance.
the wall. It's one thing to be like, oh, they shoved me back because I was surprised. It's another thing to go fucking flying into the wall so hard you slam it.
Fair enough.
Like, the way he's describing it right now, it sounds like she's the fucking Hulk and he just punched Thor.
Again, the Academy really should have been given better details.
Well, we know they accepted everyone from 4 to 8 to 10.
Where do we know that from?
Itachi,
Aside from some of the prodigies.
Itachi and Kakashi.
I was gonna say, yeah. For the record,
Kakashi was during the
now
war,
it's
though.
a terrible explanation, but the author does explain it in the next sentence.
Does he? Oh.
Tamatsu picked himself up whilst muttering, "Ow! One day they'll be calling you Tomato. Ow! That really
his
hurt."
own family's unnatural strength and hard walls.
His shoulder was gonna be sore for days. All right,
She's
hold
6.
up. Trained ninja, and he's complaining about a sore.
Strongest trained ninja versus untrained 6-year-old. 6-year-old wins.
Ding,
Fucking
ding.
what?
I like that supposedly one of the strongest ninjas in the village is now going to be complaining about a sore shoulder. Like, not to bring up, but if we bring up, say, R.A. Salvatore, fantastic fiction author, you read about the characters in his book, and they're like, oh, I've been stabbed in the lung. I'll keep fighting all night and then keel over.
Yeah.
Or, I sprained my ankle. I'm going to tighten it with a belt and run because I don't have an option.
Oh,
Now,
I've taken several arrows to the chest. I better just rip them out and keep going.
And now I understand this guy's not in a life or death situation, but strongest ninja, sore shoulder. Does this guy just not drink milk? He bruises like an apple.
No milk to be had on this island. Also, he weighs 10 pounds.
All right, that's enough of that. We've thoroughly shredded this and made a point, and hopefully entertained our one viewer. Let's keep moving, boys.
Who knew you had it in you, Tomato-chan? Kushina hopped off the closed luggage and rolled her eyes at... Oh, so she's still on top of the luggage when she gave him this shove, so she didn't even have good angling on this.
Alternately, she could have had a fantastic angle because she was shoving down and back into his shoulder.
Actually, yeah, that good push must be full if they're not grounded.
Especially if he was just bending up from latching the lock. That would... I mean, I don't understand how his shoulder would be sore from hitting the wall. His tailbone, maybe, sure.
Yeah, like that's why I'm really confused about, like, what direction is he being shoved in? How? What? Is this house just odd angles? Like the walls are like pentagram?
I was gonna say either that or there's just some permanent taijutsu in the house, so the corners are wrong.
Yeah.
There's permanent what?
Permanent taijutsu. So, you could just If you taijutsu hard enough, it just becomes permanent.
Look, they got into visiting wizard, they cast some good taijutsu, and they had the wizard use permanence. Easy peasy,
You
problem
got
solved.
some good taijutsu. And you're just digging yourself a deeper hole.
I know! It's funny!
Oh, God.
Oh boy. Well, that happened.
That happened.
Quality yucks provided by the local idiot.
Oh hey, there's an extra person one.
I
Hi,
told
extra
you.
person.
We have
Why
one
do you
whole
think I was
person.
trying to be entertaining? We actually have to. We actually have to be.
Oh, I can't be lazy
Oh,
now.
good. We'll just turn on your face cam. That'll keep him laughing for ages.
Wow, that joke's almost as low as your self-esteem.
Ha ha! Dangly parts.
What?
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 Excellent. 10 out of 10 conversation, boys.
Kill them all?
Yeah, stop your whining and help me finish. Tomatsu opened another set of drawers and frowned at what lay there. Well, this was a cute surprise. Hey, Tomatsu-chan, do you think the village will like me? I'll be a foreigner and stuff, so I won't really know anybody. No, you won't know anybody. It's not that you won't really know anybody. You won't know
Oh,
anybody.
To be fair,
She'll
people
know
talk like
Tomatsu, and that
I
is a
think-
common thing to just say.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was
The
gonna say.
thing
so
is that
really
you never
know.
actually know. There's a possibility she might meet someone, but if she's
I'm
never
not
left the village,
really good at making friends, but who care? Who care what they think, you know?
Oh, come on. That's just a minor grammar error.
Heh, yeah. If they don't like me, I'll make them like me.
Oh, good! Now we're getting into the questionable morality with illusions. Perfect! Just the kind of deep themes we needed.
you can stop anytime, Snaky.
The red-headed girl said in determination, and raised a fist in the air to punctuate her claim. Yeah! I wonder if they have any good ramen shops there. Have you ever been there? Do you think the ramen there is good as it is here? Well, nothing can beat Uzu's ramen, but still. Her woods,
Her wood, really, her wood, Sneaky.
Snaky, did you just have a stroke?
Yes.
Or a Freudian slip.
Oh dear.
Her words flew right through Tomatsu's ears. Headshot.
Oh, just keep reading.
Boom! Headshot! Welcome
As
to
he blinked in
Counter-Strike.
confusion. For someone who was so boyish, she sure had a lot of pink.
Okay, I'm just gonna go ahead and stop real quick. Quick tip here. Better flow of the sentence if you take the ellipsis and put it after of. Because where he's got it's really awkward.
Yeah.
Just gonna earn my consulting fee here. Don't mind me.
Yeah, that's true, yeah.
If he doesn't add at least...
Oh, good. This gag. We couldn't have a story without this gag. Is this story even labeled humor? It is. Good. So we're going to be seeing lots of this then. Kushina turned around. Hey, Tomatsu-chan, are you deaf or something? I am talking to you. Her eyes widened as she noticed the pile of folded kawaii. No!
The
Bad author!
Japanese, the Japanese and the dialogue wasn't so bad, but now we're using it outside of dialogue. That bothers me.
Animal-themed panties in Tomatsu's hands. Some were even patterned with little flowers, and others had the Uzumaki clan symbol printed on them in pastel red.
Well, that's just a little fucking weird.
Elite Ninja rifles through panties. Someone who is an elite ninja, who was intelligent enough to reach that point in time where they can say they are the elite ninja of their village, despite social awkwardness, would not just rummage around in his clan leader's daughter's panty drawer.
His
Well, to be fair,
cousin, no less.
To be fair, it's a panty closet. But
Still,
the fact remains.
that is a situation. I am socially awkward. In that situation, you grab them all, toss them in, and forget you touched it.
Yeah, you say, "Oh God, what are these?" and throw it away.
Nope.
I didn't see nothing.
Yep.
Don't
oh God,
pick
what are
them
these?
up and go, oh, these are so pink and adorable and cute.
Which, first
what
of
the
all,
fuck?
Creepy as hell, bro. just putting that out there, creepy as hell.
Like, the problem I'm finding with this brand of humor is, yes, it's funny. However, the characters performing the humor in the setting they're in does not fit at all.
Well, not unless this elite ninja managed to stupid his way into that position.
To be fair, that's doable. Look at Naruto.
But he was not an elite ninja.
Actually, no. By the time he achieved actual like Hokage status, he matured quite a bit. He's quite intelligent,
Yeah,
and
by the
actually
time he
exercises
hit
that intelligence.
Hokage, which was elite ninja status, he was very mature. Before that point, not elite ninja, very not mature.
I just want to point out, Sasuke and Naruto are technically the strongest genin to have ever existed in history.
You will never beat them in terms of strength.
What are you crying about? Did you check your bank account again? You know better than to do that.
What are you doing? You pervert! Kushina yelled and landed a right hook on Tomatsu's jaw that sent him flying out of the child's room. And stay out, you
Really?
pedophile. To
Really?
the vein. Again.
I'm sorry. I know I was just okay with it, but really? A right hook that sends him flying.
Like... This gag is fine. You just have to do it with the correct characters. Child love interest? Sure.
Okay, that was odd to come in on. I had to take a call. What did I just miss?
I'm just getting frustrated by the gag.
Oh yeah, going
In
right
that
into this.
he got right hooked out of the room into another wall.
Like I actually, like even I, who was like, look, maybe the author explained. Like, I'm sorry, but no. Now I'm agreeing with him.
Yeah.
A 6-year-old, first of all, a 6-year-old that can punch up in a right hook that strong, literally Tsunade, and
Yeah,
only.
There is.
Actually, wasn't she attributed with freakish strength in times of fury and rage?
No.
I wouldn't know. I didn't get far enough in the show to see that, but
no, they
As
just.
an academy student, she was good as a barefoot. Yeah, no. Even at academy age, she was still fairly strong. Probably
But
again. I
Again,
get
but
the
that's
point, elite ninja.
strong for 6-year-old strong, not strong for can totally take on the Jonin strong. You know.
Yes, I'm aware of this, but again, we don't actually know how he became the elite. We don't even know what this guy's specialty is.
Apparently not dying.
Like, if that's his only specialty, I could see him just basically being a bundle of leaves, and that's about it. He's about as
Like,
threatening as it right
that's not
now.
elite ninja status. Just like Hidan wasn't actually terrifying or even good. He wasn't an elite ninja, he just couldn't die. That is not impressive.
well, I mean,
I don't know. He could have his head severed and still live. That is kind of impressive.
I was
That
gonna
part's
say,
impressive. The part where his one ability is, I can't die, so I'll just keep fighting you until you do. That's not impressive.
Well, that and his
which
unique.
I will say this: I got Vernon from the show to see that part. I did like the creative solution he came up with to it. But first of all, what was up with the angry carnivorous deer, guys?
Don't you know? It's a Nara thing. They have man-eating deer.
For some reason.
Now, why they have man-eating deer? No
Ninja.
one's quite sure of that.
It's simple. Ninja.
It's about the only reason. I'm just gonna say though, again, we are jumping to conclusions, and we did that last chapter, made asses out of ourselves.
I mean,
We
we're
do
gonna
need
make
to see a
asses
bit
out of
more of what the
ourselves
author has planned.
regardless or not. So, I mean, you know. That's kind of a foregone conclusion.
I should say it's kind of our specialty.
Yeah.
Yeah, fair enough. I'm surprised we haven't scared away the only person actually watching the stream.
It's they're watching us in the background. Our dulcet tones are accompanying them
Dulcet tones, he says.
as they play various other things on their computer.
Fair enough.
Yeah, I guess you could follow along, but I'm not sure why you would ever. Like
What?
I never
Oh,
actually
wait,
watch the streams that I
think
follow.
I think we did manage to scare them.
No, it still says
I
3
don't know.
watching.
There's two
No, it says
watching.
two. Yep,
Yeah,
you scared them all. Max, you reminded him that he could leave, damn it.
God damn, like fucking hell,
I'll be
Max.
sure not to do that in the future then.
Yeah, no, it says 3 watching.
Really?
Yeah, no, you're just high.
No, it says two for me. You're
Yeah,
probably
well, are you monitoring it from the control board?
no, but it did just switch to three for me. So,
Oh, okay.
like literally, as I said, it still says two. It switched to three to make
Yeah.
a liar out of me.
Yeah, exactly. So shush up.
All right. Where's the place? Where's the spot?
Tamatsu moaned as he slid off the wall.
No, I'm pretty sure it'd be more like a, oh my ribs! Oh God, my ribs!
That right hook right into my ribs! A boisterous laugh filled the hall. I see you're back, Tamatsu-chan. And you've been assigned to guard over young Kushina-chan, I've heard. Tell the old hag I said hello when you get a chance, nay? A small old woman stood over him. Tamatsu managed a wobbly smile. It's good to see you too, Ba-kun. Kun?
I'm starting to see a pattern with Tomatsu here. I don't think he's physically capable of saying Chan without actual effort.
Of saying what effort?
Actual, like, mental will.
But, Kun, it shouldn't be Chan? Ba-chan?
Oh, it should be. This is addressed.
Oh. So
All
calling me
right,
Kun
moving
is
on.
Ba-chan to you, you silly girl. With that said, she used her cane. What? But it shouldn't have been kun anyway. Kun is for men as far as I know.
Honorifics are odd in Japan. For example, you can use kun with anyone who would be considered a subordinate. So you could even use that, with women if you were superior.
Mm.
Like, let's say you're in the military and you've got a female subordinate under you. You could refer to her as kun.
You're crazy,
Honorific,
Japan.
honorifics in other other languages are just strange.
Yeah.
I mean, okay, to be fair, it's not like we have one term for guys, Mister, but then we have Miss and Mrs.
Well,
Yeah,
we have
Mrs.
multiple
is
terms
referred to
for
as
women
someone who's
because
wet
it's
now.
the identification between single, married, and married with kids.
And I'm just saying, let's be careful where we throw stones here. I'm sure is held to them too. And even if it's not that part, let's be real. English is one of the weirder languages out there, boys.
I don't
It's not
know.
even that it's weird, it's just difficult and complicated.
At least it's not like German or Welsh or
I was
Norwegian.
gonna say, don't forget Hebrew, where they just said, nah, fuck vowels.
Yeah.
Let's go even further. Let's just go to Old Hebrew, because that's fun to translate from.
I was gonna say,
Oh,
I think one of my personal favorites has to be I had a friend. We had a family friend. His name was Leo, and Leo lived for a while. He's from Brazil. He speaks. He was actually a translator. His job in Brazil was to be a translator. And he came to the States. He was getting some additional education, and to make money, he would translate stuff.
Okay.
He would, and he made his best money translating biblical texts.
Oh, lovely.
However, the company that he translated for, in order to ensure that he was accurate, he didn't translate it from English to Brazilian. He went from Hebrew to Brazilian.
oh,
Why?
But sometimes they also wanted him to translate to English. So he would be translating something from Hebrew to Brazilian, and then to Portuguese. I'm sorry, not Brazilian, Portuguese. And then he would also do it again from Hebrew to English.
My favorite is Spanish and how if you don't put the right accents on stuff, you can go from saying my dad's 47 years old to my potato has 47 assholes.
You are just the soul of maturity.
But it's true.
That. Just keep reading.
I'm not a girl, I've told you many. And the small woman flung him backwards as she walked down the hall nonchalantly. Yes, yes, Tomatsu-chan, enough of your babbling. Come, I have a present for you, granddaughter. Tomatsu whimpered in defeat, but shakily stood up and hurried to catch up with the elderly lady. So just leaving your charge behind?
she did kick him out
I mean, I
rather violently.
guess.
It's not like they've left the village yet.
Suddenly she gets assassinated. That's the plot twist here.
Eh, actually, that would be an interesting plot twist at this point. She never made it to the village. Oh God, how does things break?
Quicken those steps, girl. The elderly Uzumaki called from inside her room down the hall. I won't be alive for much longer at the pace you're traveling, you brat. I can feel the
Oh
love
yeah,
of this
that's some
family.
great familial conversation there.
Bachan, being the youngest sibling to Mito Uzumaki and Kushina's grandfather, Kaisuke?
Keisuke.
Kisuke?
Just call him K.
Uki
I was gonna say, in
Uzumaki.
case our one viewer hasn't figured out yet, some of us, meaning I mean all of us, are not the best at pronunciation.
No, Max is apparently excellent at pronunciation. In fact, he's so good at pronunciation, he has just volunteered himself.
That's part of his consulting fee. reading Japanese names so that we don't butcher them.
And congratulations, you scared him away.
All right, so that's one for me and one for Max.
We just need one for Sneaky, and we'll be all tied up for the night.
mean,
You
say,
see,
we'll have a
Max,
trifecta.
my dulcet tones are what bring them in. They would never leave me.
You keep telling yourself that, kid.
It's a shame we can't use the control board to actually see who's watching.
Yeah.
That'd actually be a level of creepiness I really hope YouTube never goes down.
I'd been instructed on social etiquette and how to deal with clan affairs. Nonetheless, all that tea sipping and bowing did nothing to snuff out her grandmother's fiery personality, and she often fondly teased him, calling him granddaughter.
Well, why have
and other
you suddenly
female
gone
titles.
quiet as the grave, my friend?
And there was no real bite in his granny's jests, so he paid her no mind.
There you go. Now we can hear you.
There was use in convincing her otherwise. Don't you mean no use in convincing her otherwise? Probably they forgot the word no. She just whacked him around with her cane some more and proceeded to braid his hair as an apology.
What?
He really loved it when the village children would braid his hair. It had gotten even longer past his waist, where the ends tickled the back of his thighs.
Well, no wonder everyone's giving you a female honorific, you
Elite
moron.
Ninja has hair to thighs.
Would be dead.
Again, I'm telling you, he managed to stupid his way into this position. There's
He
no
did.
other explanation
There's no
at this point in the
explanation at all.
story.
Yeah.
We don't have enough information for this.
So he's incompetent and stupid and shy. That's what I'm getting so far. So far, he's all the fun of a main character. And by fun, I'm being sarcastic.
All the fun of a main character, and what?
And by fun, I mean sarcastic. Not fun. I hate main characters that are like that. This fucking moron. Somehow he hates being called a girl, but would grow his hair long and let people braid it.
I'm gonna say, not just long,
Super
but
long.
below
And
his
then let
waist,
people
like,
braid it. Like, oh, I hate being called a girl. Well, have you tried stop wearing dresses? No, they should just stop calling me a girl. Have you tried cutting your hair to not be as long as you? No, they should just stop calling me a girl. It's getting old. Have you tried to do anything to make yourself less girly? Like,
so far the answer seems to be no, and you're an idiot.
I don't even. Okay. Let's keep going, I suppose. About time you got here, Bachan muttered as he stepped in her grand room. Don't you know it's rude to keep others waiting? Tisk tisk. A few years go by and you've already forgotten all your manners. I apologize, Bachan. I didn't mean to keep you waiting. Sit, sit. His grandmother grabbed hold of his shoulders and shoved him down onto the mat. Tomatsu yelped, his limbs hitting the small table and almost knocking it over.
This is the shittiest fucking ninja.
He grabbed the edge just before it could topple and placed it down quietly. The redhead sneaked a peek at his grandmother. Luckily, Bachan's back was turned as she worked distractedly.
Yeah, because apparently she'd slap the hell out of you if she saw you being such a shit ninja, and at this point, I'm beginning to think she should.
Yeah.
I wonder if this is one of those cases where he's just it's not an uncommon character trope I've seen, but you'll have, these amazing badasses who are just, for some reason, really meek around family members.
Yeah.
I've actually never seen that trope.
Oh, really? It's not a bad trope. It used well, it can be pretty interesting.
This isn't
Unique
used well,
situations.
Max.
Yeah, no, like
I
I
didn't
can
say it
understand like
was.
being a badass guy and then being like, like not submissive, but just acquiescing to family.
I didn't say it was being used well. I just said I wonder if that's the trope in use.
No, see, I think it's the problem here is I don't think the author's even aware that they're using cliches. I think the author's actually genuine in this stuff, and I think that's what makes it worse.
That's possible, yeah. Why the fuck is the doorbell ringing?
I don't know. They're here to rob you.
Oh
Komatsu, for the first time since he returned, allowed himself to relax. Just now? Oh boy.
Okay, well, it's official. I have given every possible defense I could, but with that sentence, don't think the author knows what they're doing with this character.
Yeah. He'd been busy since the moment he stepped foot inside Ushikuwa, blah blah blah. His
Would you like me to
teammates had
pronounce that,
haggled him
or
into going to eat.
I'm sorry, did you say haggled?
Yeah. Where the two men had stuffed their faces with ramen, sending noodles flying everywhere.
Oh, I bet there were noodles flying, if this author's anything to go by.
Yeah. It had taken forever to rid his hair of the slippery noodles, and he still smelled like beef broth.
Well, maybe you
Okay,
shouldn't have your
how
hair down
much
to...
noodles did they consume precisely? Because it seems a lot more like they were just throwing the bowls in the air and seeing how much they could catch in their mouths. Which admittedly would be quite amusing.
I was gonna say, I mean, that'd be pretty fun.
Especially if you were like a waterbender from Avatar. Throw the bowl in the air as it comes down, you waterbend it into your mouth really quick.
that would have been actually really.
Like you said,
That
that
would
actually
make
be pretty
for
fun,
an
yeah.
interesting. Yeah, that'd make for an interesting scene. Uh,
Alright, well, we just created a great Avatar scene.
cool.
Ba 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 ba. The two had ordered sake, which he politely declined, and commenced a drinking contest where they ended up completely smashed, along with the ramen stand where an epic display of the drunken fist was performed by her two teammates.
Her?
Her?
Has the author just given up on subtlety at this point?
I guess. Then, just as the ramen stand owner was about to pummel them into tomorrow's breakfast jam, a distant cousin of his informed him that the clan head was requesting his presence immediately.
Of course, a distant cousin just happens to.
Yeah. When he'd shown reluctance to leave his two friends behind to their untimely fates at the hands of the stand owner, his cousin has simply grabbed his arm and hauled him into the clan compound and into his uncle's private office, where he was quickly debriefed on the details of his new mission. I'm sorry, your fucking Hokage goes, yo man, I need you here to debrief you. He's like, I don't know, I feel like I should stay here with my friends. Elite ninja, everyone.
Just the most elite.
Yeah, I'm really sorry, General. I know I'm just a lowly fucking private who somehow managed his way into sergeant rank, but I'm gonna have to ignore your summons because I'm hanging with my friends right now.
Yeah, listen, I know this is important, but I'm chilling with my homies.
Could this wait till tomorrow?
Oh boy. Something about escorting Kushina somewhere safe until the war is over. Here, Ba-chan
Yeah, just
turned
something
around.
about, protecting the clan chief's daughter. It's not a
Wait,
big deal. Not a
so
big deal.
is he saying that he wasn't relaxed when he was hanging with his friends and they were being themselves? Is that what I'm getting here? Is he can't be relaxed around his friends?
Possibly.
He needs to find fucking new friends then.
Yeah.
That is, sadly, that is actually a very accurate statement.
Holding
I'd be
two
concerned
steaming
getting
cups in
friends
her
that don't
dainty
make you
hands.
incredibly uncomfortable.
Be careful. Drink it too fast and you won't be able to taste for a week.
For a week.
For a week, man! Tomatsu whispered his thanks and carefully accepted the tea and sipped it silently as his grandmother watched him closely. She stayed standing even when he insisted she sit.
Does this make sense?
Her eyes, identical to his own and his mother's, pierced into him like frosted spikes. The steam of her tea wafted up, obscuring her blank facial expression. That's a fucking lot of steam, then. It was very intimidating. He briefly wondered what he could have done to warrant her intense scrutiny. Is there something wrong? Tsumatsu finished his cup and shifted nervously under the elder's gaze. He ducked his head and asked more quietly, "Did I do something wrong?" At his meek expression, her face lost its mask, and he could probably read her now. There was something swimming around in those wizened blue eyes of his grandmother. Something sad and nostalgic. He couldn't
Yeah, it's
quite...
called rheumatism. She's going blind. No? Too
Okay.
soon?
Maybe just a little.
He couldn't quite pinpoint the emotion that seemed to be troubling his precious person. Fuck people who use that word.
Precious?
Precious person.
Oh, yeah, I was gonna say. Well, I mean, he could be, like, smeagling over her. You don't know.
No, it's a fucking cliche in the Naruto fandom. And it's fucking annoying. Precious person this, precious person that. All because it was used like 2 fucking times, and then Naruto used it against a villain like 1 fucking time when he shouted, "I'll protect my precious people." Or the people
You
precious
are
to me or something like that.
you are so
I
angry
was gonna
about
say,
this.
I'm getting some salt here, me
And then the
boy.
fandom just masturbated furiously to that. Because, holy shit, it is in fucking everything. Even if they never even make it to wave, precious person this, precious person that, find your precious people, precious, precious, precious.
You good now?
No. I'm hot and sweaty and I need to take my shirt off.
Hey, save that for the live stream. We can charge $19.99 for that.
Oh wow.
What?
I'm sorry, I decided to go see what kind of listings are already going up for Nintendo Switch on eBay. There are some people who aren't being complete and utter shitholes about it.
$700?
Impossible.
Not like 400,
Oh,
425, 470.
only a mere 425. How fucking generous of them.
Well, compared to the 1250.
And that person can go choke on a massive dick.
Anyway, moving right along for you rest of the
Uh,
audience.
We only have one person watching. We've scared away one of us.
Anyway,
Yes, indeed. Anyway.
I think I'm the only one watching it.
Ba-chan, you said you had a gift for
I'm
me?
watching it.
He set the teacup down and looked at her earnestly. His grandmother suddenly grinned and stood up, hobbling gracefully. Don't ask, she's just gifted like that. To retrieve a
What?
small box with a single red swirl gracing the top. The sudden change in mood threw the man off kilter. She was just depressed like a second ago. Yeah, it's this magical thing called people aren't permanently depressed, and they can, not
I would
be
just say,
depressed.
old people have tend to learn how to buck up.
I'll be back momentarily.
Quick, talk shit about him.
Ah, that Max guy is just the, well, I
Southernest
mean,
person we know.
he's actually a pretty solid individual. Never mind, carry on.
Open it. Ba-chan smiled kindly down at him as she gently placed the orange box in his small hands.
Who put a dick
Tamatsu
in this
gave
box? Who put a
her
dick in this?
It's a dick in a box. I know you always wanted to be a guy, so I got you a dick in a box. No?
We
Too
apologize. Not
soon?
really. But
Open it. Gave her a puzzled look and slowly opened the box.
wait, is it actually a dick in the box?
He stared down at the black hair clip and felt his heart stop. Gotcha.
Oh, it wasn't a dick in the box. You've disappointed us,
He
author.
muttered, tenderly stroking the simple hairpiece. Ba-chan spoke softly. You recognize it? Good boy. I gave
All
it.
right, so I'm just replacing this all with dick in my head, and it's making for a more entertaining sentence structure.
Good boy. I gave it to your mother when she was around your age. Boy. Ba-chan had never called him a boy. He looked away from the air clip. The air clip. Holy shit, that is one special hair clip. It's made of air.
No, remember, it's not a hair clip. It's a dick in the box.
And up at the elderly woman when she spoke next. It was actually given to me by Mito Nichan before she went off and married that hooligan, Hiroshima. I kept it after your mother passed away, and I promised myself I would give it to you like your mother would have wanted. Tomatsu frowned and looked up at his grandmother. But why give it to me now, Bachan? The woman's smile vanished, and she turned her head to look out the window. A dark shadow passed
You
over
okay
her
there?
face that even the night sky couldn't have rivaled. Dark times are upon us. Uzu is strong and her foes remain divided, but one day they will come when their fear will begin to form bonds of hatred and greed that will unite Uzu's enemies. I sense the time approaching now. Tomatsu nodded his head. Yes, I know, grandmother. While I was away gathering intelligence, I realized this too. The villages fear us. They fear what we know, what we can do, and most importantly, what we will do. The graying Uzumaki.
I would say, what we will do, boy, that makes you sound real suspicious.
Fire
Maybe
in
they
this house!
Maybe they should waste you if you're going to be that suspicious sounding.
The graying Uzumaki nodded and suddenly smirked. A feeling of dread crept up Tomatsu's spine. Look at you! Her wrinkled face grinned mischievously. When did you grow up, Tomatsu-chan? Or should I say Uzumaki's zombie kunoichi?
No, I'm pretty sure she wouldn't call that. I'm pretty sure she would just call a family member by their name. But, title drop.
Hello, darkness, my old friend.
I'm not your friend.
I come to see you again.
Well, Sneaky's lost it.
Oh, by the way, Max. So apparently the old lady gave him a box, and I decided to just replace. I didn't care what was in the box. I decided to replace it with a dick because that made for a much more entertaining sentence structure.
But
Especially
apparently
the
it
part
was
where
an air clip.
especially the part where he softly stroked whatever was in the box.
And that the grandmother gave it to the mom originally. And that giving it to him was what she would have always wanted.
Yeah, I've always wanted my young trap of a son to have my hair clipped. That's what every mom wants, right?
Yeah. Don't you know? Oh yeah, and then there was the title drop. I don't know if you were there for that.
No, I was here for the title drop.
Tomatsu felt his face burn up and whined, "Don't call me that, Titabaru." His grandmother really started laughing once the verbal tick slipped out. "Oh my, you're just like your mother, Titabasu."
These are starting to annoy me. Anyway,
Tomatsu sputtered and flailed his arms. "You said it too. You said Tadabasu." The small woman scowled and smacked his head. "Titch, it runs in the main family. Didn't anyone teach you to respect your elders, young lady?" Alright, so my main problem with this is yes, verbal tics can get passed down through generations. However, it is a recessive trait.
Not if you're an Uzumaki, apparently.
Yeah.
Again, Kushina had it, and Naruto did manage to inherit it from her.
what verbal tick did he inherit?
Um,
The verbal tick starts with date and usually ends with some form. Like, hers was,
hers
what,
was Dada
date
Bane,
bane, and Naruto's was
Dada
datebayo.
Bao. Yeah. And that
Um,
was just the Japanese. That was only for the subs and the actual Japanese. In English, they translated it to "believe it" instead.
I was gonna say,
um,
was that just what they replaced "believe it" with?
Was what
well,
"believe
actually,
it" replaced.
apparently, though, that word did translate to something like believe it was meant to be like you already know it, and datebane was another form of you know.
Mm.
So basically, they
Although
were
I'll be
being
honest,
super obnoxious whenever they used that verbal
I was
tick.
gonna say the voice actor who did the English version did a good job of selling it as just a kid's annoying catchphrase. Like,
Yeah, no, that was the thing though. Is both Naruto and his mom's catchphrase verbal tick were actual words when translated.
ah,
This is just the guy not knowing that and just being like, "Oh, it's just a thing that they all say." Ha 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 ha. Why is no one
yeah,
laughing?
yeah. Anyway,
Tomatsu pouted and rubbed his head. What was up with people hitting him today? Maybe you should stop being such a fucking piece of shit idiot. Maybe people stop hitting you then.
maybe if you stop being such a wuss, you wouldn't get slapped about quite so much, kid.
The Uzumaki sighed and pulled him up by the scruff of his shirt. Aren't they both Uzumakis? With her cane again.
Maybe he
Honestly,
doesn't count as a real Uzumaki since he's such a wuss. I mean, as dumb as he may have been, you could beat Naruto until like you ran out of like fists to hit him with until you broke every finger in your body. He'd still get up.
quite.
And apparently, this kid just has to hit a slightly firm wall to get a bruise. Said tomato, they need to call him orange. Carry on.
Honestly, what was he, a puppy? Come on, get up and take your gift, you ungrateful brat. Tomatsu simply smiled. His grandmother unceremoniously dropped him outside her doorway. He hit
Don't
his
yawn.
back
Unceremon.
rather hard on the floor, but not even the pain could wipe the happy smile off his face. Bachan rolled her blue eyes and gave him a look. "What is it now, Tomatsu-chan?" He smiled widen. He smiled
Well, no,
wider
wider. Yeah, I was
and
gonna say that's
closed
perfectly
his
fine.
eyes. "I love you, Bachan. Thank you for the gift. I love it." The woman flushed and lightly whacked him with her cane. Man, this is so much more sexual if you replace cane with dick.
Yeah, of course it is.
It's the
Go
only
on.
way
Don't you
I've stayed
youngsters have
interested in this story at this point.
don't you youngsters have a bedtime or something? The red-headed shinobi shrugged meekly. Bachan rolled her eyes again and slammed the door shut in his face. He rubbed his nose and smiled softly to himself. Oh, really? It didn't just break his nose. That's amazing. She probably didn't realize it, but right before she closed the door, he saw it. His grandmother smiling. Komatsu got up and walked down the dark hall, everybody else in the house having already gone to bed. How much time did he spend in there?
Yeah. Because, like, wasn't it morning when
Or,
Kushina
or
was first brought over?
yeah, or and sure, he said he'd been quote busy all morning, so maybe it's afternoon. But Max, you still there?
I'm still here.
Back me. Are we crazy? Is this just an unnecessary time skip?
Which time skip?
Him leaving the grandmother's room or whatever, and it apparently being nighttime already.
Um, that would require me to read both chapters again. But if this
All right,
started in
we
the
won't
afternoon,
bother.
if this started afternoon, it's not entirely unfeasible.
Anyway, the door opened without a single creak. He smiled fondly. It was exactly how he'd left it. The room was slightly dusty, but it remained untouched whilst he was away. So, you're telling me that they don't have some kind of cleaner, civilian or otherwise, like head of the households, head of a ninja clan, massive ninja clan, unlimited resources, can't get a maid to dust. Open a window, anything, guys? The man walked over to the small, cracked mirror on the wall. He'd broken it years ago in an odd fit of rage. His temper tantrum had cost him 12 stitches in his hand. 12 stitches from punching a mirror? What'd you do? Run your hand around the broken glass?
Maybe. He might have.
Hey, Sneaky, you alive over there? All right, guys, it appears Sneaky has dropped dead and lost the will to live. So, if you listen to the end of the stream, I'm telling you his address so you can house.
Oh my God, is he actually gone, or did his headset die again?
I'm not sure. I'm kind of hoping for the latter so that I can go loot.
Atin?
Yes.
Okay, your mic cut out on my end.
Sorry.
It's odd.
Man, we are just having all kinds of problems today, it seems. Anyway, his temper tantrum had cost him 12 stitches in his hand. Bachan had not been pleased. Could Sneaky have just muted himself?
I could have.
You did, didn't you?
What?
You did mute yourself, didn't you?
No, what would ever say that?
Bachan had not been pleased. He brought the hair clip out of its box and placed it in a way so that it would keep his bangs away from his face.
Don't call me a girl, he says as he puts the hair clip into his hair.
Yeah, not just that. Now, granted, I know this is pretty obvious because they already made it clear that the hair was down past his waist, which is just blasted ridiculous.
Yeah.
But bangs, like you have bangs, boy. Like, fine. You want to have long hair as a guy? Perfectly fine.
Actually,
But
now that I think about it, he's never actually told them not to call him that. He just keeps saying he's not. Like, grow a spine, buddy. That might help.
yeah. His mother, who had been killed by Kumo ninja long ago on a joint mission with his father's team, had been his inspiration and role model. She was wonderful. Heads would turn whenever the two went to the market. She was a natural beauty, and even though his girly looks had brought him a lot of grief, he was glad he'd looked like his mom. Not that his father was ugly or anything. Quite the contrary. The two had made a very stunning couple with his father's broad shoulders and devilish charms. Tomatsu quickly took off his standard Jonin outfit, along with his forehead protector, and wrapped a towel around his body. Okay. Tomorrow was going to be a hectic day, and his body was already weary from having just returned from a 6-year-long intelligence infiltration mission. I'm sorry. He comes back from a 6-year mission, and the first thing they do is shuffle him out the door? Look, I know their medical science isn't top-notch, but they know some stuff about psychology.
Yeah. I would say any village that's still standing would have at least a first world hospital.
I was going to say, they have, at minimum, a cursory knowledge of mental health. And you don't send someone on a 6-year...
No, I would say actually the psychology of any ninja village would actually be better than any of their medical technology, because assassinations, ninja...
No. That's why I said at minimum cursory. Obviously, it's going to be a lot better. But you don't send someone on a this. This may just be the author being uninformed, but any kind of stealth operation or intelligence gathering, whether you're inserted into a civilian populace or not, is obscene.
Yeah.
They accept that's why things like that accept only people who are they are either ridiculously hardy in terms of mental health, or they pick sociopaths who, by and large, won't be affected by living a lie every day.
Yeah.
Honestly, at this point, I'm fairly certain just about every ninja in Naruto probably is sociopathic to some degree.
I mean, it would make complete sense for a trait like that to be continued through ninja families, especially.
Well, yeah, because it'd be completely necessary for their survival as... that's something, it is an interesting point. You almost never see anyone in PTSD, despite the horrifying things they see.
I mean, like, hell, Guy, post Fourth War Guy, is just cracking jokes and chilling with Kakashi playing, like, checkers and shit, complaining about kids these days. Like,
I was going to say, they see friends and family members completely dismembered at points, and they all just shrug it off. Like the most emotional Naruto gets is when his, I don't know, surrogate father figure, I guess we'll call Jiraiya.
Yeah.
His surrogate father figure dies, and even then, he's over it pretty darn quick. Like, sure, he swears an oath of vengeance, but he's over it pretty quick.
But, sociopathy has nothing to do with that.
No. I'm just saying, like, in terms of mental resilience...
Yeah.
It's
Baffling?
Amazing. Baffling.
Okay, I guess amazing would work too, actually, but...
I'm extremely gruntled by this conversation.
Get out of here with that. Anyway. But, yeah. Just, no. You don't send someone on a gathering operation and then... No. You shuffle them out the door. You say, congratulations, you just spent 6 years either living constantly behind enemy lines, being on alert 24/7, which would have stressed you to all hell and back, or you spent 6 years living a constant lie only to uproot yourself and leave at the drop of a hat.
Yeah.
You don't say, great, now go guard the village chief's daughter. No. You bring them in for a very, very thorough debriefing, make sure they haven't, miraculously switched sides, because that's a very common thing to happen to deep cover operatives.
Yeah.
And then, last but not least, after you've made sure they haven't gone completely nutters, you say, great, here's like $5,000 and a one-way cruise to the Bahama for like a year. You can come back in a year. That's what you do with that. Anyway, mental health problems notwithstanding, tomorrow was going to be a hectic day, and his body was already weary from having just returned from a 6-year-long intelligence infiltration mission. A good bath was just what he needed. The 20-year-old made sure to keep. Hey! Scroll back up there. We're not done. You've skipped too far ahead, my friend.
I am apologizing. Here?
Also, yes, I am so lazy that I'm.
Fuck you. Here?
Yep, that's good. Let's see. 20-year-old made sure to keep hidden as he trekked down the halls into the bathhouse. Oddly, the door was ajar, and he could see some light and steam wafting out. Not wanting to be mistaken as a pervert, again, he softly rapped on the screen door. Hello, he called out. The Uzumaki heard water being sloshed and blinked, so someone was in there. Usually he was the only one that bathed this late into the night, mostly because he felt shy around the other members of his clan that the idea of bathing with women made him uncomfortable. That's probably because they all just bend you over, but that's beside the point. Most didn't mind him tagging along, and some of his clanswomen actually invited him from time to time to go and relax. But he felt most comfortable when it was just him and the occasional crickets chirping outside. So
Okay,
he's
okay,
the
again,
he's
this
the clan gay? Is that what we're getting at here?
No. This is again the thing. Don't call me a girl, he says as he goes to bathe with the all-women group.
And won't bathe around the guys?
Like, this is, and I know this is a bit personal politics, but this is approaching SJW levels of mental gymnastics when it comes to this. Don't call me a girl, as he says as he does everything possible to be girly. I'm
There's
not
nothing.
binary. Come on.
I was gonna say, there's nothing wrong with that. But first of all, and obviously I understand this is not supposed to be a typical male the author is writing, but nothing they've written is even remotely close to how a guy would act.
Well, yeah, and I get that too. And obviously this is not the typical guy, but it's just like, don't have the character constantly complain about people calling him female, and then have him do literally everything in his power to look and act and give the idea that he's female.
Yeah, and don't if he's now sure I can the above paragraph where he's glad that he looks like his mother. Even though his girly looks had given him like, sure, you acknowledge there that he's kind of like, oh, I wish I wasn't quite so girly looking, which would fit with the narrative you were trying to establish. Don't
He
call me
says
a
as
girl,
he lets go of his
except
ponytailed hair that wafts down to his thighs.
I mean, come on, as he puts his hair in a hair. Don't call me a girl, he says, putting in a hair clip.
I don't get why everyone calls me a boy, she says as she lifts 50 pounds on each arm.
I was going to say, as she lifts 50 pounds on each arm, wife beater. While shotgunning a beer that she opened with her teeth.
Yeah, it's just like... Why does everyone always mistake me for a man, she says, scratching her long beard.
Kushina popped her head through the door. When she got in sight of him, she deadpanned. Oh, it's you. The red-headed child eyed his towel. You pervert, she says, trying to get a look under the man's towel.
Wait, hold on. Oh, it's you. Looks at privates, you pervert.
Tamatsu held his towel to himself more closely to himself, blushing self-consciously. It just...
She's 6!
Yeah.
Are you afraid she's gonna fuck you?
I mean, given the fact that he refuses to bathe with anyone,
I mean, is
maybe
this how
it's
you
not an
gathered
unreasonable
intel?
fear.
You fucking went and became a prostitute in other nations?
Well, I mean, actually, that is a fairly decent intelligence gathering strategy, but that's beside the point.
Still, he's a bottom. He's a bottom bitch.
Oh, and by the way, we're not saying that it's bad to be the bot. That's fine. But when you go around acting like a wee little fraidy cat, that's when it's a problem. Could you
I'm
conform to
scared of my own
could you
fucking
conform to the
shadow.
stereotype harder?
Like, I'm pretty sure this author's just like, I can't write actual original characters. I'll just write stereotypes.
You know, we came in here because we were like, this is okay. We're actually enjoying this. And it's just gone downhill. Again, there's nothing strictly speaking wrong with the writing grammatically, and the pacing is all right.
If a bit odd.
It's just the tone, the characters. All right.
The gags. Are you ready for the
I-
next gag?
I didn't mean to intrude or anything. I sincerely apologize for earlier. I shouldn't have for the umpteenth time that day. He was smacked by a woman, or a girl in this case. Ow, that really hurt, he whimpered, rubbing the new red handprint on his chest. She slapped you on the chest and you have a problem, boy.
6-year-old. 6-year-old.
Okay. I will be back in a few minutes.
Alright, I'll pick it up from here.
Ay, ay, ay. Oh, look, even the 6-year-old tells him to stop being such a big baby.
Kushina huffed and walked back inside. Oh, stop being such a big baby, Tamatsu-chan, and come on, it's cold out here, she says with the plan to seduce him.
Good lord, I hope not.
With that, the two redheads walked inside and Kushina shamelessly threw off her towel to the side.
Hold up a minute! She just complained about him being a pervert, and then just shows him the good.
Oh man, she's 6, but fucking still.
No. The amount of awareness and intelligence displayed, this 6-year-old knows exactly what she's doing.
Yeah, like I said, ready for the next gag? Tamatsu squeaked when the warm water splat when oh wait, hold on. Tamatsu squeaked when the warm splashed him.
No. There was not water.
Yeah, when the warm
No.
splashed him. Yeah.
Yeah, when the warm splashed
him. Kushina threw her head back and laughed freely, as opposing to laughing jailedly.
I mean, she is jailbait.
Apparently. Tamatsu couldn't help but smile. Whoa! He loved his cousin dearly, and it made it
No.
heart
You can
warm.
love your cousins.
I'm sorry, Atin, but you're not the Southerner here.
That is not what I meant.
He let his long hair out of his ponytail and sighed as he washed 3 days worth of grime up. Ew. Hey, Tamatsu-chan.
You mean he gets back, he doesn't even bathe before he Chief?
Yeah.
Are you kidding me? 3 days worth of grime? Do you know how ripe... It doesn't matter if it's a guy or girl. Do you know how ripe a human being smells after just a day without bathing? And that's in modern day. If they're just...
high physical movement.
If they're just... If he's traveling on a road, which isn't, for the most excellence of ninjas, which beginning to question this man is, but that's beside the point. Even for people in good shape, 3 days worth of traveling, even if at a leisurely stroll, you're gonna be ripe. You're gonna be, oh my god, I'm in a Magic the Gathering convention hall ripe.
He rolled his eyes playfully before going off to wash himself in the small area next to the bathing pool. Hey, Tomatsu-chan, Kushina called forth from the bath. How old are you? The man rinsed himself and wrapped himself up in his towel once more. Ah, how he loved that squeaky clean feel, he says, and after not having bathed for 3 days for no apparent reason.
Oh, yeah.
I'm
Perfect.
20, he answered. Kushina hummed and eyed him again as he shifted under her scrutinizing look. What is it, Kushina-kun? The man asked nervously, repositioning his towel. Are you getting a hard-on from the 6-year-old?
God, I hope not. I really hope that's not the direction this story. We're gonna have to
Nothing,
mark this
it's
stream
just that
off
you
and
look
delete it
younger.
forever.
Come on in already, I'm not gonna peek. Gross. She stuck her tongue out and closed her eyes. Tomatsu quickly folded his towel
Okay,
and stepped
this is just
inside.
me being somewhat ignorant of the culture, but I'm pretty sure you don't wear a towel into a bathing pool
Actually, you do.
or into a.
You do.
You do wear a towel in.
You're supposed
Okay.
to wash yourself off, and then you wrap
Well, I know
yourself.
you're supposed to wash yourself off. I know
Yeah.
that, and then
And
you
then
bathe.
you, for women, I'm not sure how the women do it, but for men at least, is you do wrap your lower body typically
Mm.
with a towel, with a white towel they provide.
Like I said, folks, that was me being ignorant,
Because
and that's why I'm glad
because
someone
the
corrected
bathing
me.
pool itself is not for bathing, but rather for relaxing
Well,
and
yeah,
talking with your
I
peers.
know that part. I know that part.
I mean, there is definitely pools that would have a no towel rule. I'm certain there is nude pools out there in
Yeah,
Japan, but the typical pool would have you put a towel on for decency,
right.
especially a mixed bath. Um, see, I told you I wouldn't peek. The cheeky girl grinned and looked at his chest curiously. Tomatsu flushed as the girl sidled up to him. I don't like where this is going.
Yeah, he's just trying to hide that boner.
What are you doing? He asked embarrassedly. Embarrassedly? Oh, yes, that's a word. As Kushina's small hand traced the pink scars on his chest. Oh boy, okay. Back up here.
Oh, it gets what I was gonna say. It gets worse with the next sentence, boy.
Her eyes looked back up at
Go
him
ahead, read that out loud.
excitedly. Um, whoa, where'd you get all these cool
We
scars?
just gotta have to.
This is getting awkward. Where'd you
It's
get all
getting
these cool
real awkward.
scars? Oh, where'd this one come from? She rubbed the jagged scar just over where his heart was. This one
I'm
looks like
sorry.
it hurt.
I don't know if the author is aware of it, but I'll be honest. This sounds like what happens every time Geralt of Rivia is in the bath with any woman. That's what this sounds like.
False. What happens anytime Geralt of Rivia is in a bath with any woman is sex. There is no sidling.
I'm sorry.
There is
What?
just sex.
Okay, fair enough. But there is definitely scar tracing.
Followed by sex.
That's what I'm worried about.
I know. The young girl stuck her hand lower. Hold on. Whoa! Whoa!
We did not sign up for this.
And pointed to a large burn he had received when he was younger. Some ninja had tried to roast him alive in his genin days. Sorry, some ninja had tried roasting him alive. Had tried roasting him alive? I guess you could say that. It'd be better for him to say to roast him alive. But that's just me nitpicking. Luckily,
Yeah.
he had lived and was left with a nasty patch of red, blistered skin over the bottom half of his abdomen that had taken a while to heal. Aha, I got them on missions. He grabbed her inquisitive hands before things got awkward. It is far too late for that one.
Yeah.
Around the time you got into the pool with your cousin, naked, with her,
I
naked,
was going to say, because remember, she threw the towel off shamelessly.
and then she started feeling up your body. He should have known Kushina would be curious about him and the scars that littered his entire body. Most were due to his sensei's strict training regime, missions, and his own clumsiness. I can believe that one.
Yeah.
Kushina suddenly squinted, looking down into the water. Tomatsu looked down as well. Had she seen the bite marks? Whoa! 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 Okay. Um. No. Or maybe the nasty scar left over when someone had attempted to cut his kidney out. He shivered. That had been utterly
So
terrifying.
you say, so now he's apparently part of an organ harvesting scheme too.
Yeah. Poor Shinobi, though. The guy had lost his mind after the death of his mother. Kushina looked back up at her cousin with an expression that won more when they confirmed something of importance. So you weren't lying, you really are a boy. Holy fucking shit!
Oh my god.
You know what? No, I'm done. Fuck this
Stream's
story.
over. We're done. We're done here. We're not going to normalize your creepy ass fetish, author.
Yeah, that was okay. I'm done. We have 6-year-olds looking at 20-man-year-old's dick. This is a line that I'm not crossing in this fan fiction.